Hi, everyone. Welcome back to part 3 of our 5-part series. The story continues with George Classen, world-traveled and wonderfully inspired artist. This is Susan in Canada speaking with Eva Classen in Austria. Now, let's continue our journey through George's unique world. Our first question today is, when did George begin painting, Eva?
Well, really painting, he began when he was 6 years old, and he was with his first paintings and drawings already so perfect. What I have seen, unfortunately, there's only one left, if I may show.
Oh,
This
please.
is his mother's portrait. He
Oh,
painted, he was not even 10 years old. And he never painted that way again. He started very soon to paint more abstract and different styles of modern painting. But he actually painted all his life, you could say. I'm sure he painted already with 3 years on the walls with a
probably.
crayon, probably.
And where did he live throughout his life?
Well, born in actually born it's a town called Lübben. His mother was in a recreation center. They lived in Berlin, so actually he's a Berliner,
Okay.
and born city is Lübben, and now it used to be Eastern Germany, but he never even visited this town. So from Berlin, when his father died, he was 13 years old, and they had to go to Frankfurt because his brother worked for Middle East Airlines, and he had to do a job there.
Mm.
And so he finished his gymnasium in Frankfurt, Germany. He had to earn some money. He went for a job as a graphic artist. And he stayed in Frankfurt till we met, actually. So he never had the intention to go out in the world. He needed his paintings, he made his little exhibitions, had some galleries, and had some chances to go to London, but his mother didn't want him to go, so he stayed in Frankfurt, fortunately. So we
Mhm.
could meet in 1979, and very soon we moved to Munich. We moved from Munich to Toronto.
No.
A very wonderful long time. He was so excited about the city. He loves Toronto very, very much. So
Mhm.
do I.
Mhm.
But life goes on. Art always has different ways they show you to move. So we moved to Florida. We moved then back to Germany. The Berlin Wall fell
Mhm.
down, and his homesick Berlin heart wanted to go home.
Yeah.
So we went back
Mhm.
and lived in different cities. Frankfurt again, Berlin, Hanover. We also moved then to Mallorca 2 years to enjoy Spanish life
Mhm.
and the light and the inspiration, which he did not need actually, but it's still in the background. He took some inspiration always from every country or city we live,
Mhm.
but it came after he was there. It never came the way when he was there,
Mhm.
but later on you could see the influence.
Mhm. Mhm.
So from Mallorca, it was not so really the place we wanted to live. We went back to Germany again,
Mhm.
and then family reasons, my mother got sick, and we moved to Austria,
Mhm.
and that's where we lived here from 2003
Mhm.
up to now
Mhm.
for me. And he can live everywhere because he does not need influence from anything.
Mhm.
He can paint. It was not always the high life we had. We had some hard times too,
Mhm.
and it would be dirty kitchen floor he had to paint on, or we lived in a luxurious mansion duplex, and so he could paint in the studio with everything. But he did not care where he painted. So he was in another world. He was in another planet even at this time.
Wow.
And he was a very humble personality.
Mhm.
And so he was happy when he had me around,
Mhm.
and that's all he needed actually.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
he was happy then.
Thank you. Thank you for
So was
sharing.
I.
Yes, yes, yeah. And thank you so much, Ava. Um, technically, George, how did he like to paint? Like he had some techniques that were different or some paints that were different. What can you tell us?
Mhm. Yeah, he developed his own technique also.
Mhm.
Mainly, he loved canvas very much, but also works on paper, fine
Oh, okay.
paper,
Mhm.
cardboards,
Yeah.
even wood, whatever he felt he wanted to paint on, he
Mhm.
just used.
Yeah.
And sometimes even things he was not supposed to
Oh.
paint on, he did. But so he made mixed techniques. He never used just one brush, one tube of color.
Mhm.
So he
Mhm.
mixed medias from Indian ink, sometimes oil. Um, Oil he liked to paint, but we had cats all our lives. He had even before me cats, and we always had cats. And
Mhm.
oil paintings and cat hair do not work together
Okay.
because oil takes a long time to dry. So he changed over to the acrylic techniques.
Okay.
Uh, that was the reason the oil paintings are gone.
Yeah. So I guess there's also been a long time love for cats.
Yes, yes, we had always cats, stray cats. Actually, I always wanted a black and a red cat. I never got in my life. I had
Oh,
all colors in the world, but
yeah.
not the cats I wanted because I always got a stray cat, a abandoned cat, whatever. So I
I'm
loved
sure you
them. I
spoiled them
still
with
love them all. Spoiled them rotten.
your.
And if I tried to do something, George would open the next can again. If I say, don't open so many cans for the cats, they have to eat that. I turn around, George would open the best can possible. So we loved our cats.
How many paintings do you still have from George?
I still have about, because I did not count all the unframed paper works, but it's about 300 works
Mhm,
that are available.
mhm,
And due to the well-known corona problems,
mhm,
they are in storage and I couldn't show them or do any action.
mhm,
First action actually I do now is for a charity event
mhm,
and to honor his 80th birthday he had a few days ago.
mhm,
And so I donate 35 paintings to a stray cat organization who is doing sterilizations. And then there are some other things in planning, and well, there are wonderful paintings still available.
Wonderful. Eva, again, it's always a pleasure. Thank you so much for sharing your time and your heart and soul with us. To our viewers, thank you again for watching our episode of The Life of George Classen, the painter, the artist. And again, please click our next episode to continue the story. We know you don't want to miss any of it. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Eva.
Thank you.